Life is a cycle. We become what we've seen. Knuckleheads raise little knuckleheads, but kings and queens raise kings and queens. See, my people often complain about difficulty, and I can admit that times are hard. But I also got to say that some of these hardships are self-imposed when a brother won't stop smoking weed long enough to pass the drug screen to get a job. It's like all he sees is the streets and his cars. Because he's ignorant to the fact that the streets is the biggest beast in them all. He ain't trying to stomp with the big dogs when his feet is too small. But it's time we unlearn some of these mind states our situations have forced us to adapt to. Because we have to. Because there's no escaping that boomerang called karma, because whatever you put out is coming tenfold back at you. But this is what began to sin to many. They get addicted to the block because they feel like those ends is plenty. They'll realize counting those 10s and 20s, go get them 10 to 20. And depending within, men tend to be extra friendly. But who's to blame for these particular brothers' shortcomings? Especially when the brother was supposed to teach that brother never really learned nothing. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? How you gonna lay a message when you're drawing a blank within your head? Since I know better, I'm obligated to teach. And there's no limit to the amount of people I'm gonna reach, but words gonna be filled with change and power, like an Obama speech. See, because where I'm at and where I'm from is the same place. I walk down these same blocks and I see the same face, but I'll never leave because I don't believe I gotta change my space in order to change my fate. I keep hearing about this change, so I'ma wait with both feet planted right here on the west side. A place of horror stories so outsiders be petrified. And you gotta cram daily for the test to survive. And if you see a strange vehicle creeping up your set and it comes to arrest, I strongly suggest that you dive. Because every day is a new journey and obstacle. The struggle is constant, but survival is optional. So what some opt to do is sell a rock or two. Then get their work and wait up and take over a block or two because there's actually nothing out there stopping you. Because depending on how hot you got the blocking of your money and clientele comes in flocks, then cops become your partners too. And it's reinforced that snitching is something you should not do. I know this sounds like a lot to you, but I stand in it daily and I won't run from it. I can never fear it because I come from it. See, before I found my calling, I actually called myself out on the blocks balling. I used to be one of those young guns who was running it. But if you want to change, you do something about it. That's about the sum of it, because it's horrendous crimes that occur all the time. People turn their head, pay no mind, acting like they don't see none of it, then quick to blame the government. But as people, I wish we would stop that. It's time we carry the weight of our own responsibility. We left all the pressure on Barack's back. And as parents, it starts with us. I mean, are we really doing our best? Because it's way more than parenting and working hard makes sure our kids stay fresh to death. Because we know our kids sit, vibe, and listen to Kanye. But do we ever teach them about Cornel West? Do they know about Martin Luther King? About his passion and his drive? I don't think so, because there's too much blunt passing and backpacking out south on King Drive. And every young sister wants to be a Nicki Minaj. Then she'll get it right, looking like a Icky Mirage. Then all my brothers want to follow idiots like Waka Flocka Flame. Why? Because he's hot, he got a lot of fame, but all I see is locks, but not a lot of brains. Come on. So the self-esteem end up being as low as the sag in my man's pants. Only time a young sister use her brains is when she's giving brains, saying, "Look, ma, no hands." And then they don't listen to school unless it's sex ed. They block out the books and what their text said because all they care is about their phone and what their text said. They get excited about what's supposed to happen at week's end. But as a father, what I understand is, I don't care what a cell phone plan is, I'm going to put a limit to a nights and weekends. Because this brain we hold over our kids is weak and thin. We're not teaching them right, so they straight left. Get them anything they ask for without making them earn it, so their appreciation becomes less and less. And yes, I got a problem with kids rocking all top name gear when their report card display straight F's. See, we got to learn to not spare the rod and show no regrets, or they'll end up in a chess match with life, and that's a game of death. See, it's a disaster where I'm at. Ain't no laughter where I'm at. It's hard to learn the words because this crackheads, this pastors where I'm at. And kids don't fix where I'm at. It's a trip where I'm at. Ain't no old school values because you a grandma before 36 where I'm at. But it's a lot of pain and hurt where I'm at. We can still go from worse to first where I'm at. We just got to learn to let go and let God and pray that it all works where I'm at. See, because life is a cycle. We become what we've seen. Knuckleheads raise little knuckleheads. But kings and queens raise kings and queens. Thank you.